In this video, we're going to talk about AWS Application Migration Service and see how it helps you move your existing applications into AWS with much less effort. Understanding this service is really useful when you want to move from on-premises or another cloud platform to AWS. And it also strengthens your overall cloud migration knowledge as well. Before we get deeper into the service, let's clear up one thing that many people mix up. In the previous video, we covered Application Discovery Service, which helps you understand your existing environment before migrating. And Application Migration Service, on the other hand, is about actually moving those servers into AWS. Think of it as Discovery tells you what you have and Migration Service moves it. All right. From the previous video, do you remember that scenario where we had a whole mix of servers and applications running on our on-premises environment? Now, let's imagine that it's really the time to actually make the move and migrate the whole thing into AWS. And this is where Application Migration Service comes into play. Application Migration Service is a service that helps you perform what we call a lift and shift migration. That means you move your application as it is without changing its code, redesigning it, or refactoring its components, and moving it to the cloud. The goal is minimum changes, maximum speed. You can use this service to migrate physical servers in your own data center, virtual machines running on platforms like VMware or Microsoft Hyper-V, servers and workloads running in other cloud providers, even EC2 instances that you want to move between AWS regions or between different AWS accounts. So you get a single, consistent way of migrating many kinds of environments into AWS. AWS Application Migration Service works by installing a lightweight replication agent on each source server, which continuously syncs all changes to AWS in real time. Your original servers keep running normally during this process, ensuring minimal disruption. Once the environment is fully replicated, you can launch test instances in AWS to verify everything works as expected. When you're ready, you perform a cutover and switch production to AWS. Now let's talk a bit about pricing aspect. You pay for the AWS infrastructure that gets created during the migration, things like storage, the EC2 instances used for testing, the final production instances. However, the application migration service itself, including the data replication and everything, is free to use for up to 90 days per source server. For most migration, this 90-day window is more than enough to fully replicate and cut over your applications. If you go beyond that 90-day period, then you start paying for the service usage as well. But in many real-world migration projects, everything is wrapped up within that free period. To highlight some of the key benefits and characteristics of Application Migration Service, we can say, first of all, as we said earlier, it automates lift and shift migration so you don't need to rebuild servers or redesign applications. It supports many environments like physical servers, VMware, Hyper-V, and other cloud providers, or even EC2 instances, as we talked. It works across both Windows and Linux workloads using the same consistent process. Replication is continuous and encrypted, keeping your target environment up to date while ensuring data security is always there. And during cutover, downtime is minimal because you can test ahead of time and switch over during a low traffic window. Okay, here's a quick recap and key takeaway points of the things you should remember from this service. Application Migration Service is an automated lift and shift migration tool. You can move your applications to AWS without changing their architecture, no redesign, no refactor, just migrate as is. It requires you to install AWS Replication Agent on your source servers. That agent continuously replicates the data and configuration to a new native AWS server in your target environment. It supports many kinds of source servers like physical servers, VM machines from VMware and Microsoft platform. And you can even lift and shift EC2 instances between regions or AWS accounts. All right, that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.